Caleb's such a man that we can see his bulge at all times anyway.
I mean,
so
That's right.
you seriously
That's
have
a
lost some
hernia.
really good weight. Good for you, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you look great.
What you're seeing is a hernia, though.
Redistribute.
I actually knew this guy, Donald, at work,
What are
and
we looking up?
he had this hernia for like 10 years or something. He did nothing about it, and it was just this huge bulge in between his legs.
Oh,
No.
yeah. I know someone do that too.
So we joke about it like, oh my God, Donald has the hugest dick, but no, it was this hernia, and I was like, he's gonna fucking die.
Hey, real quick before we start, what restaurant are we doing first?
Asia Pacific restaurant.
This is the one I haven't been to.
You haven't been to this place?
I have not, which is astounding.
I've only been there to buy like
Weird
specific-
knickknacks?
Yeah, well, like specific ingredients for weird Asian dishes I'm making.
Man, I gotta like have a bro lunch with you guys. It is really good. It is genuinely one of the best places to get bubble tea in this town and to get authentic like Asian cuisine, like shit you wouldn't get anywhere else. Like like real Chinese pork and beef stew and stuff like that. Yeah, it is one of the best places. It is odd because it used to be a Dragon Den restaurant for the longest time when I was growing up, and it's just in like a weird sector of town, but it's definitely got a good reputation now, as far as I know. However, this is 1-star review, and I'm Andrew Van here with Larry Simonson
I am Larry Simonson.
and Caleb Wesman.
I have a mushroom penis.
And it's been a couple of episodes Caleb has been on 1-star reviews, and I hope that everything has been squashed and put aside between Larry and Caleb.
Has not.
As
I don't even remember what were we feuding about.
You like Power Rangers. And
right.
I am
For
racist
once,
against
yeah,
Power Rangers.
that's right. For the other podcast, for Fall Start, Fake Sports, Real Shots.
False start.
False Start. No, we did Power Rangers, and Caleb did not come because he hated that movie.
I hate Power Rangers. I hate Asians. I hate giant robot monsters. I refuse.
None of those things are in the Power Rangers movie, believe it or not.
Asians?
No,
Oh, yeah, I guess
none of
it's
them.
based
No.
in Asia.
Well,
No, actually, it's based in a American California that's technically filmed in Australia.
Really?
technically,
I didn't know that.
It's filmed in
isn't
Sydney.
Adam the Black Ranger half Asian?
What?
I think so.
The medical
Johnny
term is-
Bosch? Johnny Bosch?
Yeah.
The medical term
Maybe.
is Blasian.
Thank you.
I don't think that's correct.
That is the hottest type of girl you can be.
Mm-hmm.
It's
But what about guy though? What's the hottest guy for you?
Probably
Tommy the White Ranger, right? Because he's so cool and he's an MMA fighter and he's got that.
Yeah.
Sick
Name me anyone more
ponytail.
badass wearing a ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
That
That-
Jason Momoa guy.
That
I think Hawaiian Islander would be probably the hottest dude. you
Any
can be.
Hawaiian Islander?
You know what I mean? Like the Hawaiian Islands, like there's a whole bunch of I guess you'd say Pacific Islander. It's probably the hottest.
That's
dude.
what my
if you're
category
a
is.
jacked Pacific Islander, that's the hottest dude. You can
That's
be.
what my
You tan
category is
really
when I do
well.
taxes.
You tan well.
Mhm.
Tattoos look good on you. You can pull shit off that nobody else can pull off. You can wear a ponytail and get away with it. That's one of one. Anyways, so that's my take on hot dudes.
And this is where I got inspired to grow out a ponytail from this point on, guys.
You should 100% grow a ponytail.
You can rock a ponytail.
Yeah,
and quit what you're doing now. Become a geologist.
It's August of 2020. We are what we thought would have been the end of quarantine and COVID. However, we're probably like in the middle of it.
At least we're not New Zealand, right?
yeah,
Fucking losers.
9 people in one day. Fucking ridiculous.
I do like New Zealand. Though.
Topical. I've never been there. I want to go real bad.
Yeah, right. But you're about to have a baby in a few months, so you can't go now.
Yes, I can.
How so?
I can take the baby with me.
Yeah.
Can you?
You can travel with children. I'm pretty sure.
It's not fun.
My parents. I was born in England. My parents traveled back.
Wait, you're
here.
English?
No, I'm American. But my parents were
You're
British. My parents were
red
American.
coat.
Wait.
My parents were American citizens. They were there. Dad was in the Air Force.
Uh-huh.
They were stationed in Lakenheath, England. They had both me and my brother there. We grew up the first 3 years of my life there.
Oh.
That's
You
why.
didn't know that about Larry?
Did you not
No.
tell this about this British accent that I rock here? You've
No.
never been able to tell?
Why would you hide that, Larry?
I'm not hiding anything. This is
Well,
my British
because
accent.
he's been giving blood illegally for decades.
I see.
Right, mad cow disease. It's a real thing. They won't let me give blood, actually, to this day.
That makes a lot of sense.
I'm like, this is not a bit. They really won't take my blood. That's like one of the questions. They're like, did you live in England for X amount of time? I'm like,
Can't
technically,
unsee
yeah.
this now. So
Yeah, he's
Great.
British.
You couldn't tell from my fucked up teeth? Oh, sorry. That one felt bad.
Nope, I didn't even say that one. You don't even have fucked up teeth.
This is the joke.
You don't even have Sumter teeth.
I think you might be too dumb for improv too, Andrew.
Oh, my
I
God.
am. It's been a long night, guys.
That's all right.
When you raise 2 kids and you have to raise them while working, it's yeah.
They have so much energy.
They do. They took like 20 minutes of your guys' time just showing you random stuff.
Did not mind.
Oh, I know.
But I can
You
see
guys are
how
great.
after weeks of it and months of it, it could be like, all right, yeah, I get it. It's a Pokemon card. You've shown me a million times.
Oh wow, it's Meowth.
Meowth V, by the
Cool.
way,
Super
motherfucker.
awesome.
So
Oh, wow, holographic. I mean, after a while, you just get really jaded to certain, like, aesthetics,
oh yeah,
you know?
I can imagine.
Like,
I just imagine how boring I was to my dad.
oh yeah, we had.
He's like,
when
yeah,
we were all kids.
I
We had
know
no sense of
baseball's
conversation.
cool,
It's
Caleb.
it's amazing that my parents still are like, yeah, you know what, Larry's really into space, and we'll listen to the facts that he brings us because I've been doing that shit since like first grade.
And at
32
first grade, they're
years
all
later.
wrong and stupid.
Yeah, they're all like weird. Like, did you know Saturn has rings? Yeah, no shit, everyone knows.
I can see him, you idiot, kid.
So when you visit your family, they're like, "Oh, he's wearing NASA shoes. He's still into that." Okay, all right, cool, good for him.
Oh,
So-
great.
No,
What
they're
do
like
you-
weirdly supportive about it. Actually,
Aw,
My-
that's adorable.
My grandma loves that I run Space Desk. She's just like, "Oh my god, you should quit your job and just do that." And I'm like, "No, I should not. That's a terrible
no
idea.
one's giving
Run
me
this-
sponsorships on this.
That is a free Facebook. I'm literally posting photos that are public domain. That's a terrible idea."
In fact, Grandma, I can get arrested at any point. You're talking to a fugitive. All right, so this episode we were talking about Asia Pacific restaurant and grocery in Greenville, South Carolina, off South Pleasantburg Drive, I believe, right near Krispy Kreme and the Greenville Convention Center. It's the structure's been there a long time, but the restaurant and grocery has been there for about, I would say, almost 3 years and change. Started off kind of weird and slow, but I think it's just genuinely one of the best places I take folks who want like authentic, Asian cuisine. And also, a lot of the reviews looking at this. So the point of this podcast, as you've listened to us rambling out for like the past 7 minutes, is we like to take bad press, turn it into good press. We like to take the bad reviews of a place and read it, make sense of it, have some fun because there's a lot of trolls. And once you put your review out there, it's kind of open game, right? It's kind of just it's our fun at this point.
Right.
At the same time, towards the end of the podcast, we're definitely going to read some good reviews and get some good stories, especially on my part because I genuinely like to support this small business because there's a common theme I'm seeing here, and I'll start off with this one. Very rude when asking them not to add bubbles in the tea. They act like this was a big request.
It's bubble
They
tea.
never come off pleasant.
Well, I don't think they add bubbles. It's bubble tea, right? It's made with bubbles. It's not like they can.
Well, bubble tea has like
Bobas,
Yeah, it's those like
little jellies.
the jellies.
Mhm.
But isn't it brewed in those?
Not brewed, it's just added. I mean,
It's
you
added.
could
Oh,
get it
they
without.
are added. Okay.
Yeah.
I misunderstood that, guys. Right then, I.
But
take
it
that
is
back.
weird that is what makes it bubble tea.
Right.
Right.
Why
It is
order
kinda weird
bubble
that-
tea?
Otherwise, you're just drinking milk and like tea.
Can I get a Big Mac? Hold the bread.
I'm trying something new here.
No, you may not,
It's
sir.
a mess.
A lot of the reviews say the staff is rude, and I think it's because they truly may not know Asian people. Like I grew up,
Asian.
I did grow up very Asian. 36 and a half years old I am, and my parents, I could probably count on one hand how many times they smiled ever for any photo.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
my dad. I can't remember any time he's ever. In fact, I have one photo in the 9,400 photos in my iCloud that is my dad smiling. It's because my stepson made a joke, and I happened to capture it at this perfect moment. And that's like the only photo I can share as far as him smiling.
I am trying to remember because I was at your wedding and I don't remember your dad smiling
See,
that
There you
I
go.
ever saw.
I have baby photos of him holding me. He's not smiling.
Oh my god.
He's kind of just lugging me around. So here's the thing. What I'm saying, if an Asian person is not smiling or speaks very bluntly, that's not rude. That's just how they are. There's no expressions. I'm sorry.
You mean like not necessarily grew up in America, but like immigrated here? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
So I might be an interesting cross section here because you have been a bunch of times. Caleb, I presume you've been several times, right? Like you've shopped there.
Yeah, I've never eaten there. I've only gotten like odds and ends for some recipe, and I knew an Asian supermarket will have it.
Yeah.
And went there, and I love the selection of. it's just not stuff I'm gonna get at Ingles or at Publix or whatever. And they have awesome, like I eat tons of rice.
Yeah.
And they have awesome selections of like different types of rice that you can get. That's really fucking good.
And then Lauren and I have never, like we've talked about it.
That's
I've never
funny.
been. I've never even set foot in there.
I'm so surprised you've never been there because
Right.
you guys are like my foodie friends.
I've been to that Asian grocery store that's over by I can't even remember the name of it. I think it's
Asian supermarket.
Saigon Market,
Saigon Market
Yeah.
over by
Bob Jones,
Bob Jones and like the
Pho 99,
Pho 99 and I'm trying to
Kava.
Kava, thank you.
Yeah, that's a good place
I would
too.
have gotten there eventually.
That's Jeremy's favorite spot, right? The Kava bar.
Probably.
Yeah,
If his name is Jeremy, most likely, yeah, it's Kava Bar's his place.
Yeah, Saigon Market I've been and I've anytime I've made like radish pickles, I usually get the vinegar there because you can get them in humongous buckets.
And you
So-
get rice vinegar, right?
So rice vinegar. So I've yet to have been to Asia Pacific Market, supermarket, and it's supposedly like the best in town.
It's funny because I went there when I lived with you and Lauren.
Oh.
Once in a while.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, the head chef at Asia Pacific actually competed on Iron Chef, I believe.
Whoa.
No way.
Yeah. So like all their stuff is like brought in fresh. Like the fish is like literally chopped and like cut up there because they have like one of those very typical Asian like things where there's an aquarium full of the fish you get to choose from and just plop right on. Exactly.
That's sick.
Like you can't get any fresher than that. So
All right. Here's one along that same line. This
Okay.
one, strap in. This one's seriously long. I know I make that joke
Nope,
all the
I love
time
it.
and it's short, but this one's insane.
Sucks. 1 star.
That's my joke all the time. This one is super long, so strap in, folks. Horrible service. I wish I could give no stars at all.
Whoa.
I didn't get her name, but she's the elderly lady that is always tending to everyone. I will assume she is the owner. The lady was really rude, loud, and argumentative. She gave me an attitude in a live restaurant in front of customers for no apparent reason, as if this was normal. She stated she's not there to please people. This is just how she talks. Pregnant pause. Oh, okay. Which is ironic because I didn't notice her speak to anyone else in this manner. Granted, had I given her a reason to be disrespectful towards me, I'd understand, but I never did at all. It's almost as if she was having menopause heat flashes or something.
Whoa.
I asked her why the attitude. On the menopause comment, man. And all she did was get louder and more combative.
Huh, weird.
At this point, I no longer felt safe. You no longer shut the fuck up.
What?
It was almost as if she was just trying to get a reaction out of me the entire time. I'm not even mad. You sound fucking mad.
You sound pretty
I'm
mad on
more
this.
so hurt, rather, because all this was completely out of nowhere. I could no longer trust eating their food, so I just walked out. Bad energy. You just don't treat people that way. Hold on. I go back because I generally enjoy the food. It's good. But I get there and the elder lady just makes me uncomfortable again, harassing me, asking me 1,000,001 questions, like, what do you want to eat? Now she wanted to argue and go back and forth about my genuine Google review. I refuse to shop there when she is present. I just wanted to pick up my food in peace. I don't feel comfortable accepting food from that lady. You shut the fuck up, dude.
Oh
You
my
don't feel
God.
safe? She's a
that
small,
mean?
older Asian woman who, according to you, is going through menopause. If you're afraid of her, you're a pussy.
Wow.
hold on, I gotta combo this one with Larry.
Oh, okay.
This is a year ago. Okay.
Oh, 2 stars. Okay. Response from the owner. Thank you. We will do better job next time.
That's all it was. It was just okay. 2 star.
Okay. I got a 1 star here. That's not quite as long as Caleb's, but honestly, kind of a similar tude to it. I wish I could give 0 stars since we received 0 service and 0 food, which is why we left after 10 minutes. My husband and I stopped in
Wait,
here.
pause.
Right.
10 minutes?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Which is why we left after 10 minutes. My husband and I stopped in for lunch on a Saturday. We walked in and no one bothered to greet us. We had to seek someone out. She acted like it was a bother that we came in to eat at the restaurant. Isn't that what a restaurant does? Provide food to people who come in to eat and pay for the privilege? We were forced to sit at the bar because there are no small tables. They didn't seem to want 2 people taking up a table for 6 to 8. The waitress finally brought menus after a few minutes. Since it is authentic Chinese cuisine and mostly written in Chinese, it is difficult to understand what to order. There are no descriptions, and the staff won't bother to help you. So we left, certainly not going to patronize a restaurant that doesn't want my business. All right, listen, person. You have an iPhone, I'm presuming, some sort of smartphone. We pretty much all do at this point. there is a thing called Google Translate. You can go to the photo setting, and you can literally have it translate the Chinese for you in real time. Ain't technology grand?
That's sick.
But here's the thing.
We live in
So,
the future.
so you guys haven't eaten there. They have several TVs there that are revolving the pictures of all the menu items that are, it's pretty efficient. Like, that's also convenient.
So quick question, I guess, just to kind of
Huh.
fact check, or not fact check, but just to kind of like check, is it the vibe when you walk in? Is it a type of place that you kind of have to like seek out the restaurant part of it since it's also a grocery?
No, when you walk, I mean, there's a door separate to the restaurant area.
Oh,
But you
okay.
can walk in, and it's right smack in front of you. Like, there's a checkout, like, little lanes, but to the left, you can clearly see, like, the tables and the bar and stuff like that.
Maybe they hit like an off hour or like a late hour or something. They
I
didn't
don't
say what
know.
time they went in, so.
Unless they're, just hiring something around. This is a good one. 3-star. I need to go to the restaurant before rating.
What?
Exactly. I need to go to the restaurant before rating 3-star.
Oh man, this is in that category of.
Google requested a review.
Hey, you stopped in their parking lot for like 2 minutes. You mind rating it?
And the person decided to respond. It's so funny. Here's a good one. Riddled with spelling mistakes. I love a good spelling mistake. Negative rating! Exclamation, exclamation.
Oh, God.
Heed my warning. You meant to say heed.
Oh boy.
Eat anywhere else. Unfortunately treated like immigrants. Walking in asking for chicken lo mein and chicken wings. Politely talked to owner's daughter. She said she was owner after saying we weren't meant to eat at that place. 2 men, 1 mixed, black and white, and 1 white. Irrelevant. She then gave in and got her mother, who was part of ownership, over and treated us poorly after still asking politely for chicken lo mein and wings. We proceeded to walk out. After walking out, a police officer walked out, unfortunately enjoying a night out with family. A longtime customer asked us what happened. He agreed it was unfair and said he heard the conversation with owner's wife. She treated us unfairly because her daughter didn't like we asked for management. Never had the opportunity to taste the food, but I wouldn't want to eat at this point. I would try any other place. Bad ownership. For Christ's sakes, first of all, dude, you are a moron. Second of all, I don't think it was because you were mixed. I think it's probably because you're an idiot. Third of all, like Andrew said, sometimes people just aren't super pleasant, but she's there to serve you food. And if you ask for the owner before you even start ordering, that is a dick move.
That's also a red flag for anybody who ever is going to take your order. It's like, oh great, this person.
I wonder if that person, I don't want to sound stereotypical, but I wonder if that person's review's name is first name is Karen. But anyway, so I got this one. I found what I needed. 3-star.
All right.
All right, here's a we'll see how this one pans out because this is a little lengthy. I decided to come here and eat here after I shopped there a few times. After arriving, was greeted and sat down. Our server, who was a young girl, came up to us, and the first thing she said was, "Would you like to drink water?" There was no greeting from her, no welcome message, no asking if we have been here, no asking if we had any questions. She went straight to the point. After we had ordered, they brought us 2 dishes that we did not order. They had a confusion in what table the food went to. An older lady came up to me and asked me what our order was, so I told her. In my head, I'm thinking that she should get that information from the girl who took our order. After a couple of minutes, she brought 1 dish that we ordered and asked again what else we order. I then told her that a young girl took our order, you need to get it from her, and she walked away without saying anything or apologizing for the confusion. Then she brought another dish and asked me if any dish was a certain dish, and I said no, and it was something else. This is like no other Chinese place I have been to. The staff wears T-shirts that are too big for them. Some wear sandals while working, and someone else looked like they were about to go to sleep. The customer service needs to improve, and the attire of the staff needs to be more professional. The Chinese people are very hardworking people, and it saddens me
Yikes.
to see a restaurant like this. I have been to a lot of great Chinese restaurants. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you have a lot of Chinese friends, yeah. Where the staff is dressed professional and offer great service. We ordered tea and only brought 1 cup. I asked why only 1 cup, and she said the tea order is for 1 person. 98% of Chinese restaurants don't even charge for tea. But when they do,
98%.
but
Did
when
we
they
fact check
do,
that?
it's for the table. Not 1 per person. It's obvious they are more focused on making money than making the customers happy. I hope they read this review and look back on it and make a change. Was not happy at all, and will be sharing this review with friends and Others, not single, this was on Yelp, not even one useful, funny, or cool rating on it.
Hey, Mom, we need to start not
Sorry.
charging for the tea.
I just rated it cool, just FYI.
You rated it cool.
Cool.
All the other
Cool,
restaurants
thanks.
aren't charging for tea, according to this guy. So
So first of all, I have one thing to say about Chinese people. They're not a monolith. My roommate in college, Brandon Yee, was Chinese. Like, his dad was from China, and so was his mom. Yee's lazy as fuck. Yee failed out because all he did was play World of Warcraft. So some Chinese people are lazy, and some are hardworking, and some are thieves, and some are not thieves. They're people.
I'm 15% Chinese, and I'm lazy as shit on all 15% of my side. So I can attest to that. Now, this part of the podcast, I do want to switch over and talk about positive stuff about this. So you guys haven't eaten there.
Oh, man, I had one more 1 star.
Get it out of the way. Get it out of the way.
Okay, all right. Twice cooked pork and vegetables was inedible, top chewy in the extreme. Vegetables were only cabbage, bell peppers, and hot peppers. No mushrooms, no onions, no broccoli, etc. Vegetable lo mein had 2 vegetables and noodles that tasted 2 days old. Threw it out. Nice photographs on the web. Looks can be deceiving.
Wow.
Looks can be deceiving.
That being said, I've eaten there about 5 or 6 times throughout the years, and I can attest that the dishes that I've gotten look very much like the ones I'm about to show you guys as I pass this around.
Wow.
So
It looks nommy.
definitely try out. I mean, they have over 100 menu items on this place.
I don't know.
And
These photos are good, but
if you haven't been able to tell, they also have a grocery store, as Caleb mentioned, so you can go in and get some authentic, really good, like just noodles, rice products, seasonings, sauces, fish. You can also get, all kinds of like silverware, things for your cupboards to fill them up. I mean, I've sent Larry photos of like cat plates and cat teapots,
oh yeah, you have. Yeah.
in which he never responded. But anyway,
I always smile and go, "Oh, that's awesome," and then I just don't text you back. I do appreciate them.
but they have menu items like spicy eggplant. They have beef stew. They have crawfish on there.
Do they have Chinese tea eggs?
Yes, they do actually.
I love tea eggs.
No bubbles, please.
They have duck on there. They have noodles. I mean, it's a great place. I am totally down for going with you guys sometimes at this point. And here's the great thing about them. They did shut down temporarily at the beginning of COVID back in April when they were trying to just stay afloat. Because in South Carolina, we unfortunately, there was a moment in time where we shut down restaurants for a little bit. And when they went to takeout, they went to only, I think, like 12 menu items. But then the community in Greenville, which is something that I just truly love in my hometown, is when they put out there, like, hey, we could use help. I mean, people were just ordering left and right, and they were keeping them afloat.
That's great.
And yeah, it's just a really nice thing. Same thing with Pita House, which we've reviewed on this podcast before. Pita House recently, actually, I think on Reddit, posted that they weren't doing super well. So they were telling some of their local customers the same thing. Next thing you know, I see people were just like posting left and right on my friends group that they were just going to Pita House for lunch, to getting takeout. It's great. This is one of those stories too that I just really enjoyed the showing not only of a business in Greenville that's a local business, but also just an Asian run business for me, particularly, that's just really heartwarming to see. So
if you like your local businesses, you got to support them to keep them going.
Absolutely, man. This is a great identity behind Greenville. I think it's just one of those places like people would travel for to try out if they knew about it. So I can't say enough highly good things about this place.
Do you have a 5-star in the barrel? Because I actually have one right here.
Yeah,
that goes along a theme that we've brought up on this show before, which is that people from California being snooty about.
Yes, I fucking hate people from California.
I'm
especially
from
when they're
California,
burritos.
and this burrito isn't as good as a California burrito. No, this one's actually the opposite. So this person redeems them all. Recently moved to Greenville from California. First time eating here. They have authentic Chinese dishes. Reminds me of the food I've had in Chinatown, L.A. We ordered roast duck, crispy pork, black bean mussels, spicy salt, and pepper squid, and chicken fried rice. The duck and pork were cooked perfectly. Soft and tender meat with crispy skin. The squid was a little too salty, but also cooked well. Mussels could have used a little more sauce, but the freshness made up for it. Overall, the food was delicious, and we will be back to try other items on the menu. 5 stars because the staff were friendly and provided great service.
Boom.
5 stars. So clearly, some of these people, I don't know, maybe people just give off a bad vibe, and they kind of get some sass from these people because they're like, hey, it's a local-owned business. I can throw sass at you because I don't have to worry about corporate getting down on me for not putting up with shit.
And to piggyback on what Larry said, I'm amazed at how good the food is in South Carolina in general. Like, local food in South Carolina, like, I lived in Charleston for 5 years. It's known as a foodie city. And Greenville, all right, Greenville's not Charleston, but it's damn good, and there's a
Yeah.
ton of local spots. And if you don't go to eat at these local spots, they'll turn into fucking Applebee's. And if there's enough Applebee's in the world, I'm going anarchy and burning them all down.
Good in the neighborhood.
Eating mediocre in the neighborhood.
Did you know that there's like an online thing right now where it's a wings place, but it's just Applebee's wings? They're
What?
doing like, it's like, you know how Pasquale's Pizza was doing like
Yes.
Chuck E. Cheese? There's like Applebee's is doing a similar thing right now, but I can't remember the name of the wings place. I'll figure it out. I'll let you know what the name of it is.
Reject modernity.
Reject modernity.
Modern societies. is
We'll end it
priority.
on this other good review too. First time eating at the restaurant, can recommend the soup dumplings, which are phenomenal. They're not like your normal pork dumplings you would get at any other Chinese restaurant. Where it's like a little crispy and then soft in the middle. Like it literally has like the soup broth inside the meat pocket. So when you bite down, it actually squirts like the hot broth in your mouth. Caleb, I'm saying that again. It squirts the hot broth in your mouth. And it is unique. It is delicious. And this guy also had the scallops, and it's got like that fresh ginger taste to it. I mean, you can't beat it. That's the one thing I love about Asian food too. Asian food. A friend of mine told me that Asians, we cook with the five senses, right? So like, you have like your sweet, your savory, your bitter, all of it all into one kind of thing, rather than just like a very savory dish you would get in any other culture. Like that's the thing. You have to hit every little spot, and I think that's exactly what Asian Pacific does. So again, Asian Pacific and grocery on Pleasantburg. Oh, what, Larry?
Sorry.
Huh?
Do not order from Neighborhood Wings because that's just fucking Applebee's.
Neighborhood wings.
That's Applebee's trying to trick you on Grubhub.
If you want wings in Greenville, go to Wings on the Run.
Oh, wait, hold on.
It's shady as shit, but yes, it is some really good fucking wings.
Does this place have wings? Asian?
Yes, they do have wings, actually. I just saw a review for that. They have wings, and they actually carry wing sauce in there.
They look really good.
Asian wings is like the way to go, dude.
Mhm.
Chinese food wings are unbelievable. So.
Actually, one of Larry's favorite places to get wings is like a really weird place called First Walk, I believe, right?
Oh
Right outside
yeah,
the West
First
End.
Walk wings are
First Walk
killer.
wings are actually pretty good.
They leave like the whole wing on there.
Yeah.
So
That's most like your basic Chinese takeout restaurant. Most of their wings are like the whole wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love. We should do First Walk sometime.
yes, absolutely.
Asian Pacific Supermarket, though, is the one we're doing currently.
I got to give all the love. Asia Pacific on Pleasantburg in Greenville, South Carolina. Check them out.